This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Great friend of the show, Joel Wood, and shout out to Joel for making sure he changed his handle so I would read it that way. It's very rare that I see somebody famous who's from where I'm from in Rome, Georgia. I grew up off Burnett Ferry Road in West Rome. Do you have any memories of living there, or you're not there long enough to form any? You, along with Dusty, were my guys growing up.
No, I went through high school there and, played football for East Rome, which will tell you that we were, our rival was West Rome. And those guys always had a very good football program, football team, pretty much just a good sports acumen, pretty much for Rome. And that was our big game. It was the last game of the year, and a lot of times it would decide, the championship for Rome anyway. Rome was a little bitty town. It was great to grow up in, but once you got out of high school, there were very few places to work and make a real nice living. So you had to pretty much get out of Rome if you were going to make a living, or land one of the few like Georgia Craft, Georgia Power, one of those jobs, But for me, I had already decided what I'd wanted to do and was just trying to figure out a way to get there.
Well, I'm hoping for an exciting episode today. We're going to start the new year with a bang. One of the trademarks of our show here is Ask Arn Anything, and we're going to keep that on track today. Next week, we're going to be back with a very special watch along. You don't want to miss it. It's a very special episode of WCW Saturday Night from January 16th, 1993. We're going to crown a new United States champion. There's lots of other storyline stuff, but there is one of the more memorable angles of Arn's entire career. You got to see it. But for now, let's jump into Ask Arn. Wrestling the Way You Remember It wants to know, why did you go by the name Jim Verderso? What was that name, and why did you do it very briefly in Georgia?
Don't try to figure it out.
Verderoso?
I guess in those days, let me just tell you, here was the protocol. When you were enhancement talent and you came to Atlanta television or any other television for that matter, and you were just there to be enhancement talent, they just gave you a name. They didn't ask you. They just made sure that, they looked you over. You had about a 2 or 3 minute conversation as far as experience. And then they gave you a name and said, okay, we're going to call you this guy. And it was just part of the protocol in those days. So that is why I was, for one brief moment in time, Jim Verderoso.
Have you ever signed an autograph as that?
Nah.
Can I be your first one? Can you sign me a picture to autograph at Jim Verderoso?
No.
I think that's only the second time you shut me down on something. Maybe the third.
I'm going to stick to my guns on that one.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.